Shamaya, you did it.
STL Music.
Is that good? Welcome back to the show. So listen up, we back in the game. Sweep the league, we got the flame. Motivated to the fullest every single day. We wake up, get it in every way. Working the true and global inspiration. Talk this sports and top news, no hesitation. Sweep the league is back. We always coming back, that's a fact. Wanna tell them that STL Music, look what we did, where we at. Coach Jill in the house with the flow so tight. Every girl, rubber rock stats, we unite. Yeah, the best show, Monday through Friday. If this ain't different, they lying. We got the energy. When I say sweep, you say the league. Sweep the league, sweep the league, sweep the league, sweep the league. San Antonio, let's go. Sweep the league. Sweep the league. Sweep the league. San Antonio, let's go.
Hey, it's Rain Fernandez, and you're watching Sweep the League. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and Facebook at Rain Fernandez, RAYNE Fernandez.
Hi, it's Sherilyn, and you're watching Sweep the League TV. Follow me on Instagram at official Sherilyn for more content.
Hey, this is George Iceman Gervin, and you're listening to Sweep the League Radio.
Sweep the league TV where legends collide. If the Cowboys fall short, we'll still ride the tide. Like Jordan in the clutch or Brady's last play. We bring the fire, keeping fans in the fray. Coach Gio and Marie calling the shots. With Derek Coventry, Hall of Fame thoughts. So hit that subscribe, don't sit on the bench. Get in the game, every highlight's intense. The live stream's on, tell your friends don't delay. Like Kobe in the fourth, we're here to play. Sweep the League TV, where greatness resides. From the blogs at the drives till the halls on the rise. We're all in on sports, NBA, CFB, and more for fans. By fans, it's the show you'll adore.
The Thunder have taken the NBA by storm. For the first time, the NBA champion resides in Oklahoma City. The storybook season is complete.
All right, there we go. Congratulations to the Oklahoma City Thunder, your NBA world champions. They did defeat the Indiana Pacers in 7 games. Again, shout out to the Oklahoma City Thunder, who, the fortune teller said 3 for 3 in the past 3 years. Called Oklahoma City to win. They ended up winning, making me 3 for 3 for the last 3 years. Got to rub it in Coach Gio's face once he gets on the show here in a minute. But again, you got SGA as your MVP, your finals MVP, magnificent season, regular season MVP, finals MVP, scoring champ. I mean, another a remarkable season for SGA. I mean, definitely. I see a lot of people saying it's already put him in the conversation for Hall of Fame and all this stuff. I mean, the kid's going to continue to get better and better, and that's the scary part, is that he's just scratching the surface of the league right now. But nonetheless, OKC is your NBA Finals MVP, NBA Finals champion. SGA is your NBA Finals MVP. Rudy Campos Jr. Sweep the League. Be sure to go to our YouTube page, search Sweep the League TV, hit that subscribe button. Waiting for Coach Steele to join us here. He was here a second ago. Hopefully he'll come back here in just a second. He probably had to run back. But what do you guys think? How did the MVP, or how did the NBA Finals go? Crazy, right? I basically say his name and he appears. It is Coach Gio, man. What do you think of the finals, man? I mean, we love the finals. It was a great finals. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But before I get your take on it, shout out to Sith, man. The Sith Lord, host of Plead the Sith. He paid up. He paid up on Twitter, saying a bet is a bet. I went up against the fortune teller, sweep the league, and lost the series. I had Pacers winning. I'm not blaming Hallie's injury. Rudy just knew more. Ha ha. Here's the pick.
Sif, listen. You don't have to feel that bad. The man took the chalk. I mean, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Was that a big surprise? The Boston Celtics. I mean, way to go out on a limb there, Rudy. You really shocked everybody.
Hey, man, you cannot blame me for taking Oklahoma City. I liked them before the season started. I'm going to like them maybe next year. I don't know. I don't know if they'll go back to back. I mean, we can maybe go into that in a little bit here.
They have a chance, Rudy. I mean, they have, 25 first-round picks the next – I mean, yeah. They can – Rudy, they don't have to sign certain guys. They can just keep drafting guys. That kid,
Nikola
is it Topic? I mean, Rudy, that man's just chilling overseas. Wait till he comes.
He's getting a ring for not even playing a game this season.
A damn game. So, look, Oklahoma City is in really good shape.
Yeah.
But the Spurs are coming in the next 5 years. You know, we talked about this, Rudy, in the chat. Yeah. Could the Spurs be there in a few years? I think so, but there are a lot of things that have to go their way. I know one domino dropped, Kevin Durant getting traded. Which by the way, I think he found out while he was at some FanDuel event or something he was doing.
The Fanatics something festival. Fanatics is what it was. Apparently he was on stage with a reporter. They were doing like a one-on-one type of, chill session talking, and fans were reporting and screaming at him that, hey, you just got traded to Houston. He didn't know. Found out there. We're going to get into the trade here, trade talks in the scenario part. But, I mean, the biggest thing is OKC right now. All your NBA champs. Probably one of the better finals we've seen in quite some time. And I'm going to be real. I know in our group chat I put this. Halliburton really made me a believer. And I'd put in there, the kid's going to have to be talked about in MVP conversations if he continues to play the way that he's playing. And I know that's a far stretch, but if Indiana gets the number 1 seed, you've got to put him in the MVP conversation. I mean, the kid's got heart. He doesn't make mistakes. I mean, he does everything you want out of a leader on a team.
Phenomenal, already. One of the greatest playoff runs, I think, me and you would agree that we've seen in quite some time. I mean, the buzzers. Yeah, he had some games where he wasn't completely all there, but just in general, the ride was fun. Would have loved to see the Pacers last night. They kind of called back in that game. But Rudy, I don't know if it was you or if it was Derek who said 20 points and 10 rebounds for game 7. Do they win? I'm going to say this. He had, 3 threes in that first quarter? Rudy, it looked like he may have had a dominant performance. And what could have been? I mean, Indiana fought their tail off. They did everything they were supposed to do. But Rudy, if he's there shooting threes like that in the first quarter, what could have been? And as someone who lives in Indianapolis, Rudy, it's not a great mood this morning. It was somber. Just not what people were hoping for. But you know what? They are proud. I mean, Rudy, for them to get to game 7 against a team where, you agree, a lot of people wrote them off. A lot of people did not see game 7. So they made the city proud. They got some adjustment to make now. Is that a ruptured Achilles, Rudy?
I want to say it was a torn.
Okay.
So either tore or rupture. I mean, it was basically his Achilles, what it was. I don't remember how it actually
could be out the year. I mean, we'll see how this rolls. Big loss.
It's a year though, because I mean, Rodgers ruptured his, and I mean, he was back pretty quick. So I thought if it was an ACL, you're talking about a 9 to 12 months.
Wasn't Kevin Durant out for the year though already?
I'm not going to pretend to remember.
nonetheless, he's out for quite some time. So he
I would
won't
say
be back
half
for
year.
opening day. So
No. I mean, All-Star break, maybe at earliest.
possibly, former Ram Cam Akers had that, and he came back to pretty early. So possible. Really, it's tough, man. Losing a game 7 in the NBA Finals, it's like, man, like, where do you go from here? But I'll tell you what, there was once upon a time a team in San Antonio who had their heart broken, Rudy. I mean, just I could smell the trophy from the TV in Game 6.
Up, bitch.
Lose 6 and 7, and guess what, Rudy? They win the next year, and nobody remembers 2013.
Exactly, man. We got some comments here. Leha, MCS's own general contracting, proud sponsors of Sweep the League. Be sure to call MCS General Contracting to make all your dreams a reality. These guys are the best in the business. They're the GOAT for a reason. Give them a call. You'll find out why. It's MCS General Contracting. Trade both the 2nd and the 14th pick. I'm tired of all these damn draft picks. Draft's right around the corner. We'll get a little bit of draft talk here in a little while. He still wants to trade him. Regardless, wants to trade him. JC special leave himself. Yo, on the clock. Jacob Eric. Grading the Market Zone. Jacob Eric. Him and Anthony do a great job hosting Grading the Market here on Super League Network. He says, let's get it. Leha again. Trade the picks. Trade the bums. Spurs are whack as hell. I love Leha, man. Nobody wants the bums, Chris. Yeah, definitely not. Oh, and F the Thunder, fraud ass champions. I'm going to show you now. If I had lost, if Indiana wins, I'm going to show you the picture I had to put up. It's kind of crazy. Joel Colon says, let's go. Appreciate you joining us. These are one-off champs, 6 and 10 loading. Spurs ain't winning squat these next 5 years. Spurs fans are delusional. We're going to try to convince Leha here in a minute as to why we feel like it. Sith is laughing at his picture. Says, what's good, fellas? What up, man? The host of the newest show on Super League Network, Pleading the Sith. You want to catch that every Tuesday. Jeff Garcia is the guest on tomorrow's show, which will be pre-recorded. So it's not going to be live. So if you're leaving comments up and right and we don't read them, we apologize. It is a pre-recorded show for tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And Joel says, I told Rudy last night but I thought Indiana wins that game if Hallie doesn't get hurt. I'm going to say right now, had Halliburton not gotten hurt, Gio, this would have been the picture I would have had to have posted.
Really, he looked good early on. He's shooting those threes, felt confident, right? He's really getting things going, and it's a somber mood. Yeah. I'll say this about Leha's comment about a fraud championship because, in that Denver series, Game 7, wasn't this guy had a hamstring? What's his name? Aaron Gordon. I mean, look, Denver could have won that series.
Yeah.
There's certain things that happen, but hey, at the end of the day, woulda, coulda,
never
shoulda.
Apologize for winning.
They won. The Pacers also kind of also helped with some injuries. They didn't have to go up against and some of their series against Cleveland, especially. So, I'm ready for football season, Rudy. I really am excited. The Mariners are doing okay. They're kind of sliding by, but
baseball's too long, bro. It's too long.
It's a long season. You don't even look up until August, really. It's getting there, but no, can't wait for football. College football, the Georgia Bulldog. I mean, it's just, I could smell it in the air.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, man. College football, and I've actually got a football take here for you in a second. I said the same, Rudy, so close to you being the one to drop that pick. Yeah, almost, man. Had they have maybe, found another 24 points somewhere, then I would have had to post my Thunder pick. And that would have been that.
They didn't have guys step up top, and there were guys that need to step up. And Rudy, TJ McDonald, man, that guy.
McConnell. Don't say McDonald.
McConnell, whatever. That kid. I mean, Rudy, in that third quarter, he was the only one doing anything.
He was, dude. He was. I mean, that's why I said last night in the group chat, I'm like, if Indiana comes back and wins, give that damn trophy to TJ McConnell. All series. Him and Siakam have been back and forth, but McConnell played out of his mind, and the guy needs a big-time contract when it's time for him to up again. Lockdown Spurs, Jeff Garcia. I just get in, and I see Rudy cooking Sid. Yeah, you know how we do it, man. You know how we do it here. Leha's back in here. Aaron Gordon was hurt. Ant was hurting, but let's be real. The Pacers are underdogs, and the Thunder never were. Great point. I mean, Pacers didn't. No one expected the Pacers to make it this far. Rudy, does the NBA have a massive player injury risk team? Yeah. So let me get off of this for a second here. I want to ask you. I had a conversation with a former pro athlete, and I asked him. I said, "What? Why are we seeing so many Achilles, so many ACL tears? I mean, it's crazy to think we see it very frequently now. Now, back in the day, you saw it maybe once every few years, maybe 4 or 5 years. You would see, oh my God, he tore his ACL, yada yada. Now it's happening so frequently. So the idea behind that when we talked was, okay, it's the performance, the training, the rigorous training that you're putting your body through. It's the what do you call it? The supplements you're taking. It's all this stuff. Said back in the day, it was just train right in the gym and eat right. And that was your regimen. Now you're putting your body through all this training. You're specifically working on one area every time you work out. Not only are you trying to eat healthy, but you're taking extra supplements to maintain your body weight, to maintain this, to have the energy, yada, yada, yada. How true of a statement is that for you, Gio? Because you are an athlete. When you and I were training back in the day for athletics, it wasn't that hard to just do the minimum and stay in shape. And we've had pretty healthy careers, you and I, high school and whatever. But even back then, like I said, it was very rare you saw all these injuries. Now it's so damn frequent. What do you think the idea behind it? Do you think that maybe it's because this new age of athlete is just doing way too much?
Or Rudy, bad luck. I mean, there's so many factors that go into injuries. Load management, Rudy, right? Players playing less and then maybe playing more. Like it's the influx of games. Rudy, are players focused? Are they taking care of their bodies? We can kind of go in and out of all this. These guys all have money. But look at LeBron, Rudy. Can we say fairly healthy for most of his career, right? Played how many years? Rudy, Kawhi Leonard. I mean, we talked about this. He can't stay healthy. Now, he played towards the end of the year. When healthy, he's one of the best players in the league. But players, to me, Rudy, something's off. Yeah. Is the combination of load management, you're off for so many games, Rudy, and then you keep coming back, right? It's kind of hot code, hot code, hot code. I mean, sometimes it's bad luck. But Rudy, we talk about this. I took a look at Karl Malone's career. Rudy, do you realize how many games that guy played? I mean, just 82 games this season, just in and out. Why is that happening back then? And why is it different? There's less back-to-back-to-backs, right? Like the NBA's basically eliminated those style of games. Really, I think the load management, to a certain extent, has actually made worse. Yeah. Playing less. Maybe you're not zoned in. Obviously, bad luck. But I'm going to point to load management, Rudy. I really see that. And maybe players aren't taking care. Maybe the body has a shit. Now, obviously, back in the day, Charles Barkley's eating McDonald's, right? You got Dennis Rodman eating a fried chicken before games, as Shaq once called it. But Rudy, maybe it's just a different time, man. These are different players. They see things differently. But they have all the tools, which is weird, right? You have sports nutrition. You have every single thing in sight. And these players, some of them can't even last a full season. So, I don't know, because we see it in football. Football's obviously different, more contact heavy. But Rudy,
I would expect it more in football. But you didn't even see it in football a whole lot. You kind of still don't. I mean, you do, but you don't. Like, that's weird.
Do you think load management has anything to kind of?
You would think if it was load management that there would be less injuries. If you're playing less minutes and less games, you would think there would be less injuries. I mean,
but if you're not playing for a while, then you play again, then you get hurt, and you're not playing for a while, you get hurt. It's almost as if it's kind of a cycle of your body's not necessarily.
Okay, I get that. I see that.
That's because you might be sitting around more often than actually playing. I mean, look at the guy from Philadelphia, Mr. Embiid.
Yeah.
I mean, Do you think Rudy, his shape? I don't think he really takes care of his body. I could be right. I could be wrong, whatever the case may be. But I'm just looking at what my eye test tells me. I don't know. I mean, Rudy, at the end of the day, it could just be bad luck. I mean, just.
Leha brings it up. You think it's the shoes? It's kind of weird because now you go more to the low top type of shoes. 90s, was the high top. Obviously, before then, you had, the high top still. But now
Rudy, the season isn't even as grueling as it used to be, though.
It's not. But I mean, again, shoes are all pretty much ankle shoes, and the traction isn't as good at the bottom of the shoe. There's a guy actually on TikTok or Instagram, I don't know who it is, I gotta find out. He does reviews on all the basketball shoes. He's like, these are terrible. Apparently the Dwayne Wade shoes are like the best basketball shoes, period. Great traction, great support, all that
basketball
stuff.
shoes aren't really, I've played some, they're terrible. I don't even like even playing in them. I mean, the old Jordans, especially the first ones, Rudy, he couldn't even really play on those. They had to modify those.
Yeah.
So it's odd because you compare the eras. Those players play more back-to-backs. They played 82 games. You had the Iron Man. But nowadays you have less time normally on the court and you're getting hurt more. I see. Where's the balance? I don't know. They don't pay me enough to figure this out, but something's wrong, Rudy. I can't put my complete finger on it. What's this and that? We could point to load management. We could point to players, doing more podcasts. I don't know. I mean, it could be a number of things mixed in.
More podcasts, less training, basically, or
podcast P, right? So
playoff P. Man, I got a good question. When we start talking about Spurs, I got a pretty good question about playoff P and an idea behind that.
Oh Lord.
8 Achilles torn this year. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
that's a really astounding stat, Rudy. And the NBA's got to take a look at this. I mean, Rudy, do you go from 72 games?
No, come on. It's
66. I mean, I don't know.
It's bad. It's bad enough that we talk about the GOAT status from, Jordan this and I really hate the argument of GOATs because the game's not the same. Period. I mean, it's not the same. You can have your GOAT in this decade, this era. You can have your GOAT from the past. I don't really give a shit. And I love what Michael Jordan said. I saw one of his interviews and he's like, I can't consider myself the GOAT because I never played against Jerry
West. LeBron says it all the time.
Well, Jordan says, I've never played against Jerry West. I never played against Oscar Robertson, these guys. So I don't know if I'm actually better than them. And that's an honest truth where you're right. LeBron's like, I'm the best of all time. I'm the best. I'm the best player in the game. Yeah. I mean, that kind of shows you enough right there. But nonetheless, that's the thing is, I don't know. I mean, do you really go back on games? I mean, they've been doing 82 games for the longest time.
I was just kidding. Also, these TV deals, you ain't playing less games. No, they're not playing less games. Rudy, maybe taking a look at nutrition and these athletics. I think from a whole, right? From the whole NBA, take a step back, look at what's going on, what's a common theme, and maybe take analytics. You do analytics for everything else. Let's take analytics to see these injuries. What can the NBA do better? Now, please don't make a softer league. That's not what we're asking for.
Well, these injuries aren't occurring by
that's
contact.
True. Yeah, they're like non-contact injuries.
Yeah, a majority, if not all of them, were non-contact injuries. So and again, Leha might be onto something with the shoe part. It could be the shoes. I mean, I really don't even know. It's crazy to think, but like a former player that I had talked to said, it just seems like these players are injecting so much into their body that it's probably weakening their muscles, their tissue, and they're not, pretty much aware of it.
Perfect note before we move on.
Yeah.
Puka Nacua, year 1, phenomenal, right? He goes and train with Cooper Kupp, who I believe, I don't know if he's vegan in the offseason or he starts doing all sorts of diet changes. Chad Johnson said when he was playing, Rudy, he ate whatever he wanted. McDonald's never really had a serious injury. Yeah. He said, Puka, you're going to do this new diet. Watch out. What happens? Puka does the new Dalvin Cooper Cup and gets nicked up throughout the season.
Yeah.
Explain to me, right? Chad Johnson eating McDonald's, Rudy. He's eating whatever he wants.
Yeah.
He's coming out there playing and never had a serious injury. Puka changes his diet to be more quote unquote healthy. And look, I mean, it's kind of like the Aaron Foster who went vegan and then started getting hurt. It's a weird science to it, man. It's weird, and I'm not sure how to explain it.
Jeff's in here, man. Gio, you think it is because today's players are soft, like they lack the toughness, X factor, like the ballers in 70s, 80s, and 90s?
Rudy, we talk about this all the time, Rudy. Mr. Rudy Gobert, Defensive Player of the Year. Players like that. This is a soft league, Rudy, and I don't want to be that guy. I'm not the old head. I'm not Rudy's age, but what I can say is,
What the fuck?
what I can say is it's a different NBA, and these players are not keen to the physicality because you can see SGA. Dribble, 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 layup, foul, dribble, dribble, dribble. And I love his game. He's a phenomenal player, don't get me wrong. But this game, really, we need more physicality. We need this. And it's keen to the players are not seeing physicality much. I don't know. It's a science to this whole thing. But yeah, in your overall scheme, yeah, they are. Let's be real, Rudy. They're softer. I mean,
so the more you can say about that,
it's just the more I could say. They're not the same.
Yeah, that's right. Three Achilles torn in the playoffs. Wild shit, man. And yeah, that's what we were mentioning earlier. That it's crazy. 3 in the playoffs is, I mean, that's unheard of. You only heard maybe 1 in an entire season way back when. Joe Clone, don't want less games at all. I also don't want the playoffs lasting till almost July. That's ridiculous.
Well, how about go back to a 5-game series, Rudy? In the first round.
I have no problem with that. I would gladly welcome a 5-game series in the first round. Was it 5 games first, second, and then 7 in the finals or the conference finals and the finals?
Just the first round was a 5-game series. I know baseball is a little different, but no, yeah, it's 5 in the first round. And then they changed it. I don't remember what year it was, but really they're not doing it because the TV money. It's all because of money. It's all because of revenue. It's all because of money. So they went to a 7-game series in that first round. But I wouldn't mind going back to that to say, hey, maybe somewhat less games, but they're not going to do that either. So
you're right. And the thing I don't like too, and this might be a part of, I don't know if it's part of it, but you mentioned load management. I hate the fact in the finals and even the Western Conference finals, they feed the series Viagra to stretch it out over like a 3-week span. I mean, these guys aren't going to play one game, wait 3 days, play another game, wait 3 days, play another game. They got to do something about that. I mean, it makes
the playoffs feel really long, sense. Rudy. I mean, Rudy, didn't it start in April? And it just feels, it feels like a long season. It's just, look, and I know the commissioner has a lot on his plate right now with expansion and other talks, but I don't know. Something's got to give. It's too long of a postseason. Baseball to me is, I mean, I like the baseball postseason. It's very exciting.
It's so good.
It's so good. The NBA is a little more misses than good.
Yeah, dude. The NBA's been so hard to watch. I enjoyed the finals. There's no doubt about that. I did enjoy the finals. I enjoyed the playoffs this year. I enjoyed watching a lot of them. I was into a lot of the games too, but you're right, man. Something's got to change with the NBA here. Steph wears ankle braces, just saying, according to Jacob Eric's talking about Steph Curry wearing ankle braces. Could be another thing too.
He was getting hurt for a while, Rudy.
You know, yeah, bad ankles. Coming
into the league, and sometimes it changes your fate, right? It kind of worked because Rudy, if Steph Curry continues to get hurt, does the game change the way it's changed? Probably not.
I don't know, man. If he continues,
I know James Harden. I mean, James Harden still would have came, right? And he obviously changed a lot of the game, but those 3-point shots, if Curry's not healthy, not playing these games, we might see a slightly different NBA.
Well, yeah, James Harden changed the game. He brought in the travel step. I mean, the gather step, if you want to call it that. So I get what you're saying on that, man. We're going to move on here real quick. We got another one. The Kevin Durant deal went down. Got the little video for that, you guys here.
Did Houston or Phoenix win the Kevin Durant trade? So Katie's heading to the Rockets for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, the number 10 overall pick this year, and 5 second-rounders. And Houston was able to keep a majority of their young core and can roll out a projected starting lineup of this, which is loaded. Also the size here, 6'11", Jabari Smith, 6'10", Şengün, 6'11". Remember, this Houston team was already a 2 seed last year. They're basically swapping Jalen Green for a Hall of Famer on the wing. For Phoenix, they obviously get a young, dynamic shooting guard in Jalen Green, giving them now 3 shooting guards on the roster. Now, there's a rumor they may try to reroute Jalen Green to a different team. We'll see. Overall, with this being the return for Kevin Durant, who's setting themselves up better for the future, the Rockets or the Suns?
All right, so yeah, great point there. You know, Kevin Durant does get traded to the Houston Rockets for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, a 5 second-round picks, and then this year's number 10 pick. I believe it was a first-round pick for this year. So knowing that starting lineup right there, it does make a whole lot of sense. You're basically trading away Jalen Green for a Hall of Fame scorer. I mean, something that the Houston Rockets desperately needed was a shooter, scoring. They got it in Kevin Durant. Is it a perfect match for them? I think Houston came out on top. First things first, let's analyze that Houston deal before we start getting into the Spurs offered this and Spurs didn't offer this and all that bullshit. Houston trade for Durant. Your thoughts on that?
Love it for them. This is the team really second in the West. By hook or crook, whatever you want to say. They lost in the first round, which they did. Really, Kevin Durant, nothing but praise. I know I talked down about him because he works for FanDuel, but we could talk about that a different day. But look, it's a hell of a trade, Rudy. You got a guy in there averaging about 26 a game. I mean, he had a great year for a Phoenix Suns team that was just a bunch of just guys. Booker was all right. It's gonna be interesting what happens to Booker, Rudy, if they want to ship him out for some picks. I'm sure somebody would budge, but I love the trade for Houston, Rudy. It gives them a guy who's been there, done that. But the question is, though, Rudy, does this make them a championship team? Do you see them in the conference finals next year? Does that take them over the hump? Because they didn't even win a playoff series this year. So is that enough to get to the conference finals? We saw the Timberwolves get there, and with a pretty good team, obviously. But could this take Houston over the top, or does some of the young guys have to really take that next step? Plus Kevin Durant.
I'm going to probably piss Houston Rockets people off here, but I'm going to say that it's a great trade. Number 2 seed. Yeah. I even said, I think they overachieved to get number 2. I really thought, wow, that's an overachieving team. Never expected that. Finals. No. Conference finals. Possibly. I'm going to throw possibly in there. I don't think it's enough to get them to the finals. Only because, I don't know if Fred VanVleet will stay healthy. I mean, he's up there in age. Also, Jabari Smith is a coming up player. He played good in spots last year. I don't know how Durant affects him in a way. I'm more worried about Jabari Smith more than anything else. I think Amen Thompson doesn't need the ball in his hand. Pretty much pure defender. He can get his points similar like Stephon Castle can. Alperen Sengun, that's the guy in the middle. He's going to get his. He's going to rebound. They're going to run plays through him. He's going to be one of the focal points. I'm more worried about Jabari Smith Jr. when it comes to that team. If they can get, what do you think? If they could get him, I'm trying to think of a guy. If they can get him into that similar Hardenstein type of production, Vucevic type of production, somewhere around there, the 16 points a game, maybe 8-9 boards a game, then I'd say, yeah, maybe you want to give them an idea of maybe hitting the finals. But as of right now, I think they're probably a top 4 team in the West, but I don't see NBA finals just yet.
I think they can get to the conference finals. Are they better than Minnesota right now, Rudy?
Damn, that's a hard one because I want to say no.
It's hard because Minnesota's made the conference finals for 2 years in a row. Right? That has to mean something, right? They've obviously gotten that far. Are they better than Dallas?
A healthy Dallas squad?
A healthy Dallas? No. But unfortunately, we may never see a healthy Dallas squad. Let's be honest. We may never see a healthy Dallas team, fully healthy, at least for most of the season.
Jesus Christ, you're right.
Are they better than Golden State? I would say yeah.
I'm going to say yes by a smidge. I would say by a smidge.
I'm going to say yeah. Are they better than San Antonio? Yeah, they're better than the Spurs. But no, I think really they got a good shot. Chemistry, obviously Durant's health. What is he, 50 now, it seems like? So you got to watch said health. But if Durant's going to give you 20, but what, 26, 27, maybe he goes down to 24. I mean, I don't know. But
are they better than a Lakers squad? I'm going to say yes. I would say yes.
Because of the bigs up front and what they bring to the table. But no, I love the trade. And for Phoenix, really, I mean, long term, we'll see, right? I don't know what other moves they got. Apparently, nobody wants Beal, so they might be stuck with him. I don't know. Like, what, 3 shooting guards?
Beal,
kind of.
Green, Booker. It is.
Someone's getting really. Someone's going to get traded, don't you think?
Well, apparently Booker is going to get bought out. That's the whole thing behind it. They're going to buy him out.
Booker, listen, if you're come to San Antonio, man, we got a generational. I know Rudy hates that word. A generational talent. Fox and Booker, Rudy. I wouldn't hate that move. Wouldn't hate it.
Booker in San Antonio makes a lot of sense. I'm talking about Beal. Bradley Beal's going to get bought out.
Oh, Beal. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, why are you mentioning? If I mentioned Booker, I'm sorry, but it's Bradley Beal. That's going to be bought out.
He's probably going to end up in Charlotte, where everybody else goes to die.
Well, to be honest, if Bradley Beal gets bought out, he's going to have all the money in the world. But do you really expect another team to sign him? I mean, he's a shooter, but I mean, doesn't it feel like John Wall? How you made all that money and you're just going to ride the pine. Nobody signed him after that. Oh, he could help this. He can do this for our team. No one ever gave him a chance. It's just kind of like you get paid and now you're going to come in and not give a shit because you've already got money.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, does he have anything left in the tank? Sure. I still think he could be a good player in this league, but really, I don't. Where does he go? Memphis? I mean, I don't know. It's we didn't talk about did we talk about Orlando already? I don't think we talked about.
We can mention them right now with Orlando with the Desmond Bain trade. That already makes them.
Do you think that was a little rich? No.
So I understand Orlando. Everyone like, well, hey, 4 first rounds and a pick swap for Desmond Bain. Yeah. First off, Orlando was never going to be bad enough to be a lottery team unless they just had major injuries. So you're already not going to be a lottery team. You're already a team knocking on the Eastern Conference Finals door. So you make the deal. 4 first rounders get you Desmond Bain, young guy, improved every single year, adds exactly what you need to the team. Score, shooting, very smart basketball IQ, can help the young guys. Now all you need to do is go get a big man somewhere. I mean, it doesn't really matter who as long as he fits. And you're back talking top 3, top 4 team in the Eastern Conference easily. But that was my thing is you give up 4 first, you don't plan to be in the lottery anytime soon. So just make the deal. You're going to get a player similar or worse than Bain. I mean, get the veteran right now where you have a chance.
Does this move make the Magic's a formidable player in the playoffs? I mean, barring obviously any injuries.
Barring injury, I say Orlando
takes that next step.
They are, God.
They have such a good team though. It's a team that is. You look on paper, Rudy. Like you add this guy, and then in the offseason, Rudy, if they add a center, I mean, there's several guys out there. I really like them. I don't know. Not in love with them, but could they get a third or fourth seed? Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yes.
They're definitely a top 5, top 4 team in the East.
They're better than Milwaukee already, who finished above them. They're similar to Detroit, who finished above them. I would say technically are they better than Indiana? I think a healthy Orlando team
is healthy, yeah.
I think is better than
Indiana. Yeah.
Are they better than Boston?
Well, Boston has money problems, Rudy. We don't know what that team's going to look like come day one of the season.
Yeah.
From what we know and how much ownership's talked about, they're going to be getting rid of contracts. And Tatum, who probably won't be back until what? After the All-Star break?
Maybe there, yeah.
And Jaylen Brown, I would assume might be there, but who knows these days? These two things.
Cleveland. No telling with Garland and Jared Allen.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're looking at Orlando to be a maybe top 2, top 3 team out east.
If they continue to improve, they have a hell of a team. Paulo does it. I mean, they got guys that can really play. They do that. The Eastern Conference could take a little bit of a dip next season, Rudy, depending on obviously health and who's what. The West. You know what's funny? The Spurs used to play in the East way back in the day. If only the Spurs were still in the East, Rudy, we probably would have made the playoffs.
Let's get into Spurs talk. We got a lot of comments coming in for Spurs talk. Let's get into Spurs talk here.
So, like, I hear about the Spurs this y Spurs that, y como que esto y esta, pero I never hear about the real Spurs chisme. Dime, por favor.
Thank you, Spurs Cheesemate girl. All right, Joe. This is our Spurs segment right about here. So, quick thing note from Shams: Daniel Gafford is intending to sign a 3-year contract extension worth nearly $60 million to stay with the Mavericks. So, congratulations to Daniel Gafford. Very well. Contract there. Says this is from Jeff. We got a lot of comments here. Says, Rudy. I thought several Spurs reporters, and he put it in quotes, so I know what he's talking about, had sauces and KD was 100% coming to San Antonio. I remember seeing all those. I remember people saying they were going to delete their accounts when KD didn't come to San Antonio. I have still yet to see that. Joel Cologne, what did I ask you, Rudy? Do the Spurs win the championship before the Rockets? We will get into that right now. Leha, Spurs need to trade for Giannis and win now. Milwaukee's not going to give up Giannis right now, sadly. Also, at Leha from Jeff, I thought the fan little boy Spurs reporter said KD to San Antonio was 1,000% going to happen. Well, he kind of pretty much copied us when it came to the De'Aaron Fox thing, because apparently a certain reporter said he reported it first, which was total bullshit. No one has sources, fake ass frauds, according to Leha. And then Jeff says, Rudy, will OKC become the first dynasty the NBA has had in a while? Last one was Golden State Dynasty. Getting that here in just a minute. Getting back to the things, man. The Kevin Durant thing. Coming to San Antonio, everybody was, I mean, good thing you're not on Twitter. Because, I mean, Twitter, everybody on Twitter world, the media, you know, well, we'll call it the B squad of media, was all saying, hey, you know what? It's 100% done. Kevin Durant to the Spurs. Just got to work out details. Got to do this. Got to do that. All this, that. Didn't happen. Now it's all quiet. It's all crickets. People backtracking. People saying, well, no, you know, they didn't do this or they didn't offer this. Nobody really knows. Nobody really knows. I mean, nobody really knows at all. It's just crazy shit.
It was so many reports. Done deal. I saw one tweet. I forgot who the name was.
You're on X? I didn't know that.
No. I saw like a TikTok. They made a video of it.
Yeah.
They had referenced someone. I forgot the name. I have to go and take a look. But yeah, listen.
Was it a letter and a dot? Was that what it was?
I don't remember.
Okay.
It was a video that I saw from TikTok that said, hey, this is a done deal.
Detector test determined that was a lie.
Spurs get ready, blah, blah. I was like, dude, I don't know, and you don't know. And look, it didn't happen. And was there a proposed trade? Probably so. The Spurs didn't like it. So, hey, move forward. I would love Giannis. You know, we've gone back and forth. I would prefer Giannis, at least in this point, his career over Kevin Durant. But
yeah.
And Lejas says Spurs get a trade right now.
He does. That's what he said. Jeff's going to Lejas. I thought little fanboy Spurs reporter said KD to San Antonio was 1,000% going to happen. Nope. I saw that all the day, man. KD to the Spurs. Bound to happen. A bunch of Tide Pod musty KY jelly frauds. Holy cow. Damn! That's crazy, man. I like that from Leha. That's a good one right there. You know what, Leha? You deserve it.
Give me 2 taps and a Ric Flair.
That was a good one, man. But no one had sources. Dude, the thing with the Spurs is this. This is the thing with the Spurs. And I've texted Jeff. I texted you. Texted Derek. If they don't make another move this offseason, the best moves they could have made were where? On the coaching staff. The hire of Sweeney, the hire of Corliss Williamson are 2 massive hires for the Spurs. Corliss Williamson was one of the, if not the biggest voice for Chris Finch in Minnesota. Players respected the shit out of him. Corliss Williamson is a voice that the Spurs youth need. And then you've got Sweeney from Dallas, associate head coach. I mean, you're talking about a guy who is like a defensive guru. This coaching staff for Mitch Johnson, I'm coming out there and I've said it before. I put it on Twitter. It's going to be elite for this team. This is exactly what you need to do. Start with the leadership. Then you get everything else in line. You have 2 picks on Wednesday. If you make them, great. If you don't, great. But I really think this coaching staff is starting to scratch the surface on the elite coaching staff in the NBA. That's my thought on that.
Well, coaching matters, Rudy. I mean, obviously in the NBA it's a little bit different because it's probably more of a player's game, but coaching still matters. You know, we see it in other sports, game planning, right?
Yeah.
Messing with the players, charisma, the X's and O's. You know, Popovich was, to me, Rudy, we talk about coaches, Pop, X's and O's. I know some people don't love Phil Jackson. Phil was a better kind of a motivator style coach. Not necessarily X's and O's as he had obviously Tex winners on the sideline. It matters when you build that staff, and San Antonio right now is building something special. Now, if they could just get a few more players in there, Rudy, hey, Spurs be walking down the Fiesta.
Yeah, I mean, I'm totally in agreement, man. I really, really think that, again, I'm going to go back to this, what Joel said. He did ask, you know, where was it? Do they win a championship before the Rockets? I mean, Gio, look at the lineups. De'Aaron Fox, you have Stephon Castle, hopefully a healthy Wemby, which, again, I asked you, and I'm going to ask the listeners out there, do you think Wemby makes it 10 years in the league? It's kind of hard to imagine. Could he? Yeah, but without any issues. You got those 3 guys. You add Harper probably. I mean, you still have Harrison Barnes. You have a bench of 3 former starters in Vassell, Keldon, and Jeremy Sohan.
3 former starters.
Well, yeah, former starters. But
no, I know. I mean, it's just funny just to say that.
Again, that adds depth, you know, to where your bench can come in and provide decent minutes and don't expect a whole bunch from them. And then you still got a 14th pick, but you're still going to get a quality guy. Or you can make a move, which I'm going to make an idea. I'm going to give you an idea here in a minute. It's going to piss entire Spurs fandom off. But then you got the Rockets. Fred VanVleet against De'Aaron Fox. Advantage Fox. Can we be honest on that?
Oh.
Amen Thompson or Stephon Castle or Dylan Harper. Let's say Stephon Castle. Probably Stephon Castle. Better scorer. So you got the edge on that. Victor against Şengün, people will call it a wash. I'll give them that. I'll give them equality. Both guys have dominated each other equally throughout their career. Now, KD over Harrison Barnes, okay, yeah, you're obviously going to give it to Kevin Durant. Now, Jabari Smith against, you know, whoever that 4th guy is, up in the air. I mean, the quality of the team, you're comparing them to the Rockets and Spurs, it's neck and neck if you really think about it.
No, close. Victor's health, his progression. Rudy, I've been seeing a lot of photos of him in some country. He looks like a Buddhist. Wish him all the best. But we got to see that next step. Was it year 3 next year, Rudy, right? Yeah. Year 3. Take that next step. Health. I mean, Rudy, it scares you because you see what happened to Tatum. You see what happened to some of these guys. And Victor he's a bit fragile. Now, he has been eating some of those tacos over there in San Antonio. He has put on some weight, but I'm going to have to see a little bit more of that. And I hope he comes back as a monster, man, because we need this playoffs. Next year, Rudy, they got to make the playoffs. Would you agree?
I have them in the playoffs. As of right now, the way they're constructed, I have them in the playoffs.
Playoffs?
You need... Okay, we'll give you that. I have them
play
in the
that
playoffs.
sound, right? I mean, we can't make that sound because I think he got flagged.
Playoffs? What are you talking about? Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
So look at the top 10 teams going into play-ins right now. And I got some comments. We'll get to your comments, I promise. Obviously, they're not better than the Thunder. The Houston Rockets, we're kind of putting them... We're giving the Rockets the edge a little bit. KD makes a difference. Now, what they do in the offseason, we don't know. Are they better than the Lakers?
No.
You don't think they're better than the Lakers?
Well, I mean, LeBron and Luka.
LeBron and Luka didn't scare anybody, to be honest with you.
I'm still going to say, Rudy, depending on what they do in the offseason.
They had a walker going into the playoffs. They literally took a walker into the playoffs with that team right there.
With a slim down Luka, by the way, looks really good. I'm going to
slim down till his fat ass is on the road again. Everything like he did. I mean,
I'll go with the Lakers. I mean, look, it's hopefully Spurs do more in the offseason to obviously change that. But I give Luka LeBron some respect at this point. The Lakers aren't that great either.
Okay. I get Nuggets. I would say probably not.
No.
I mean, the Nuggets are still one of the top teams. Better than the Clippers? Probably not. So we'll say that. And then obviously they're not better than the Timberwolves. So out of those teams, they are equal to, but maybe just come a bit up short when it comes to the Rockets as constructed. Not like everybody else. Golden State, hard to say. It's hard to say with Golden State. They could match up pretty well with Golden State. Memphis, obviously, they're way better than Memphis at this point. I mean, you don't know if John Morant's, going to be a part of any lineup or whatever. Are they better than Sacramento? I would say they're better than Sacramento.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. There's too much uncertainty in Sacramento. Are they better than the Mavericks? If it's a healthy Mavericks team, no. They're not better than a healthy Mavericks team. So already that puts them above Phoenix, who finished ahead of them. Probably better than Portland when it's all said and done. Ahead of Memphis, ahead of Sacramento. Puts them in the top 10 minimum. Top 10 team minimum. And Leha's grilling my ass right now. So
I mean, they're in that top 10. I mean, Portland, Sacramento, decent, but the Spurs are right there. They just got to make another move or two to put themselves at least in the top 7, top 8, Rudy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they'll be in good shape. But Rudy, as the closer the draft gets, I don't think the Spurs are going to make any major moves, though. It just feels like something may have already been done. We saw what the Magic have done. We saw what obviously Phoenix did.
Yeah.
Do you think the Spurs do anything before the draft?
I think so.
Yeah.
I really do. I think number 14 is involved somewhere. And I really think number 2 is in play until they actually make the pick. I love Dylan Harper. I love Dylan Harper. He's my number 1 prospect in this draft. But am I tied to Dylan Harper? I mean, shit, I'm not tied to anybody on the team. I'm okay with moving number 2 if it brings back, a legit type of, player, which I'm gonna throw something out there. I don't have the thing for it. I want you to know I got Leha, like I said, grilling me, but Jeff's asking buy or sell San Antonio Spurs get 15 wins next season. They had a 34. I've got them at the 44. mark, 43 as of right now. Maybe 42. Maybe 42.
I'm gonna go a high of 45. I think best case is probably 45, Rudy.
I think best case, yeah, I would give you 45, which puts them at the number 9 seed.
50's high. Now, if they get Giannis,
50's 14 game, no, 16 game turnaround.
If they can get, we talked about Laurie Marketing, I don't know, Sabonis or some other, but man, that's a lot of turnaround, at least for this team.
Yeah, they improved 12 games from a year ago. I could see another 12 game, 11 game, which puts them at that 45 mark. So I've got them between 42, 44 right now as constructed. I think I can give them that. I think Durant makes a pretty good difference. And then how they work the draft, how they get into free agency. I mean, they're talking about that Uzbella from Philadelphia being a part of the Spurs free agent. They might go after him. It's a good question. This is what I'm saying. Lighthouse cooking me. Dylan Harper keeps being tracked compared to guys that are number one option on their team. How does that work? Trade the pick. I agree with you on that. I understand that. But if they don't want to move the pick, they're going to use it. Playoffs, top 16, laugh my ass off. Rudy, you got the finals pick down, but come on, bro. So again, it's hard to understand where I'm coming from. They're not a top 6 team per se right now. And I if I said that, I don't mean it like that. When I say I have them in the playoffs, I'll say minimum play in, but I think that the opportunity to get into the playoffs that way is best case scenario. I mean, again, you're talking a Houston Rockets team with Kevin Durant looks very sexy, but how are they going to play together on that? That's the part I need to find out first. Denver, Michael Porter was injured. Aaron Gordon was a little bit injured. Jamal Murray was a little banged up. How does that Denver team hold up? They still don't have a bench, which was the reason why they won that NBA Finals. So can that come into play? The Clippers, healthy is the only word you've got to talk about. If they can't stay healthy, they can't compete. Like it's gonna be tough for them. So anything in the West can happen. I will say that, but I get that. Luka's better than anyone on the Spurs roster. I mean, we're not arguing
that's why I said the Lakers are probably a better team just because maybe one guy and also LeBron's there. But yeah, no, I completely
just give Luka a beer and you're fine. Just get the guy drunk, man.
Woo! Well, look, I mean, there's a lot of healthy restaurants in LA. I mean, he should be eating pretty healthy, though they have a lot of Mexican food too. So I don't know
what. In and out of In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah, he's gonna be in and out, but he looks. Hey, Luka.
He looks good now, but I mean, is it fucking filters that they're using on him?
Do you remember when James Harden requested a trade and it looked like he was wearing that? Almost like a fake baby. It seemed like he had a huge gut, and he gets traded. And it's like, dude, that man looks freaking skinny now. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the picture of him going, and it looked like me when I was back playing, YMCA basketball. Big old freaking tub of lard, man. There's no doubt about that, dude. I mean, Luka is better than everybody on the roster. Portland was playing better than the Spurs, and the Spurs had Fox already. I have zero faith in this team, zero. And I love for people saying that. I mean, the team as constructed, I think, is a better team than what they had pre-Fox, obviously. But Portland's another team that you have to kind of keep your eye on because they could be making. They're talking about DeAndre Ayton being moved in Portland. So DeAndre Ayton goes, okay. You still have what's his name? Not Shingun. It's another kid that's out there that came from Phoenix. I can't remember his name offhand, or not Phoenix. It was one of the teams. But you still got a good team in Portland. Again, it's Anthony Simmons. It's Scoot Henderson. There's no telling what you're going to get out of Scoot Henderson. There's Jeremy Grant, I think, is still there. It's still a Portland team that's not quite fully constructed yet in Chauncey Billups' eyes. So again, the uncertainty is there. Playing means nothing, zero, but if they end up at 10 and get bounced, Spurs fan will scream greatness as Sanders is so Spurs. Yeah, it's still. For me, I think it's just getting there and seeing what happens. But they still have to make 2 moves. They got to get a veteran, like a massive veteran. And then they got to get a player. Is it through the draft? I don't know. Dude was a fat boy and still cooking. Was cooking still while that fat Luka is tougher than a wimpy Wimby. I love that. All right, I'm done cooking this fried rice team before the ball nose sprain gets mad and come after you. Nobody's gonna come after you. We got your back 100%. Gio, with Dallas, Luka averaging near a triple double versus Spurs was the highest averaging of the team. Okay, I'm not. We weren't saying Luka was.
Yeah, no, I said the Lakers were better than the Spurs mainly because of Luka. But we never said that Luka wasn't the best player on the Spurs team. Like,
no, he's clearly the best player on
player. Now he doesn't play any defense, so that also needs to be talked about too. But we know why y'all are saying that because obviously his offense.
Well, he doesn't play defense because he's not defending any calories. He's not defending against any cholesterol, any of those carbs. He ain't defending against any of that shit. There ain't no doubt about that.
He's in bulking season all year, actually, for the most part.
So the guy gets thin for like a month, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, he's in shape." Come on, man.
I wonder if he's on that TB12. Tom Brady died over there.
Yeah, but Rudy said Luka and LaFraud wasn't scaring anyone. Doesn't scare me.
Well, look, they're not.
They're not as scary as Luka's the scariest player on that team, and you know who's second is freaking Austin Reeves. That's it. No one's scared of LeBron James anymore.
His defensive efficiency is literally. It's the last several years, but he's been bad.
Yeah, he's not been great. He's getting all NBA because he's freaking named. That's it.
Can we start the record clear? We never said that Luka was not better than any Spurs player. I just want to make that very clear. That wouldn't come out of my mouth.
I don't think they're coming at us on that. No, that's fine.
In 3 years, maybe Victor would be the guy, but as of right now, it's Luka.
I don't even know how. I'm gonna piss more people off. I don't know how high I could even rank Wemby, to be honest with you, in 3 years. Is he going to be better than Joker? Probably not. Is he going to be better than SGA? Probably not. Is he better? Is he going to be better than Giannis? I don't know.
We don't know. I'm not going to speculate, but
it's hard.
If it clicks and he's out here looking like Kevin Durant, good luck to the league.
I'll say that. You think Wemby is getting too Hollywood for the San Antonio Spurs? He's doing fan fest pods, traveling, etc. I don't think so. I
don't think so. It's a different NBA. Like, would Kobe be doing that during the offseason? Probably not, Rudy. Like, Kobe was pretty.
Do we really want to bring up a Kobe offseason thing? Rest in peace, Kobe.
And yeah, he would show up to different play. But no, it's. I'm fine with it. If it starts becoming like playoff P where Wemby's doing a podcast for Rudy during after a game, literally, then we got to say, hey, you know what? You might want to not do that, but it's the off season. I hope he's been working on his game. I'm sure he has. Mm-hmm. So as long as that doesn't interfere with any of that, but I do want Wemby to really zone in though, Rudy. It's year 3. It's time, man. It's time.
Oh yeah, it is time. Just like Spurs fans seeing Sohan hitting shots in an empty gym and they get
you
wet.
You feel the tension in the air right now? I know I can. I can feel it all the way down in my plums.
That's the way a lot of Spurs fans are, man. They feel Jeremy Sohan just.
It's kind of Ben Simmons a few years ago, Rudy. Remember?
Every summer, Ben Simmons looks like the next coming of Michael Jordan in an empty gym. What's crazy is this. I dare all these guys post the whole video. I don't want to just see your 5 in a row. I don't want to see clips of you shooting one, making it, you going to another one, shooting and making it. No, I want to see the whole effing video, because if you're going, 7 for 34, but you're 7 for 7 on the video, I don't want to see that shit. I want to see actual video, no cut, no nothing. The moment you step on a court, shoot your fucking shots, and let's see how many you make. Then, Gio, I want you to play against NBA guys in the summer, because anyone can go to YMCA. Anybody can go to the West Side YMCA on Reese Street and play against, Chacho and Luis and make themselves look fucking awesome. Yeah, you can do that. You're an NBA player. It's expected. Play against NBA talent. You're not going to get open shots like that during the game. And if you do and you miss it, well, guess what? Wasted fucking summer.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more, Rudy. These NBA players showing empty gyms or shooting 2 shots or working out. Listen, we want to see it on the court. I don't want to see it during the off season. It's great. It's great for clicks, likes, whatever you want to call it these days.
TB12. Oh my God.
I was just joking, by the way, about the TB12. I just like to poke fun at Tom, but no, I'm sure Victor's doing fine. But yeah, it's
Yeah, he's not top 5. He's not even. I mean, is he top 10?
a Spurs all time.
Spurs fans swear Wemby is top 10 player already. He's talking about the league, I think. Some even have him as top 5. He's not top 5. I mean,
I think he's on his way, but not as
Giannis,
it stands.
SGA, Joker, Tatum, Luka. Who else would you put up there? Anthony Edwards,
Jaylen Brown. He's
Durant is better. I mean, I wouldn't say he's top 10. If he is, you'd have to make a pretty damn good case for it. I don't
top 20, sure. If you want to say top 20, I would.
I would say top 15. I'll go top 15
Yeah.
right now, maybe top 15. But no, definitely not that. Preach, Rudy. Yeah, I am preaching. I'm sorry. I went on my little rant there. I apologize. All right, we got to go here in a minute. Rudy, buy or sell. The San Antonio Spurs will use the number 14 to move up on the draft on Wednesday night. If they move up, I don't know, Gio. What do you think?
I wouldn't think so.
You don't think so?
I just don't know what they're. I don't know what the hell they're thinking right now. It's like, no Kevin Durant. Give us something. I'm not sure what the Spurs are thinking. And I told you, Rudy, my odds is they're not going to do anything really big this offseason. That's what my gut's telling me. The Spurs right now have been quiet. Of course, you got your sauces of people saying they know what's going on, but I can't read this team. Give us a bone. Give us something. If you want to move up, go right ahead. But I want a free agent. And Rudy, you said something's going to happen, so I'm going to keep you to it.
Yeah, I think something's going to happen. I think we have to really
and not trading Devin Vassell for some jag on the,
people laughing at that. Spurs trade the second for Bilal and Sarr and the 2 picks Washington has. People joke at that, but Bilal Kaloubi, I wouldn't mind at all in San Antonio. You can get
He's good. I've kind of watched him during betting last year.
You in betting, I swear to God. We got to go, man. Before we go, I have to say this. Let me bring up one NFL rumor here, or not rumor, but one NFL note. And it's crazy because, when we talk about the Colts now, we talk about one Daniel Jones. And
Say his name and
of course you're
he
gonna
appears.
We said his name. He appears. Gio, your boy, Daniel Jones, has taken a significant lead over Anthony Richardson in the quarterback one battle.
Rudy, what did I say? I said comeback player of the year. I said this months ago. And I said, Rudy, if he plays, he's got a lot of talent. There's talent there. You got Pittman. You got the kid from Penn State. You got Downs. You got players.
Mm-hmm.
All he needs to do is just show up. You got a pretty solid offensive line. I think Quentin Nelson obviously still there. They got pieces, Rudy. This guy could have a hell of a year. I'm telling you.
There you go.
The odds are probably not as high as they were, but comeback player of the year, I would throw a few dollars at him. The opportunity to kind of turn his career around. And Rudy, doesn't mean you're right, okay? Let's take this side as now. It doesn't mean you're right. He's just putting a better opportunity.
Give me a
Thanks, so cool. Appreciate that.
I still think Kyler's better. Kyler had a better year last year.
God, here we go. We got to save it for NFL talk, man. We got to save it for the NFL time, man. And Mark Cavazos, Daniel no passing Jones. No.
I'm telling. Listen, Rudy. He listen. By hook or crook, he did take him to the playoffs and win a playoff game on the road at Minnesota. I'm saying he went on the road at Minnesota with Saquon Barkley and won a playoff game.
But if I'm not mistaken,
They lost to the Eagles the next round. Pretty
They
bad.
did. And Kyler's won what, like 10 playoff games?
That was a lie.
Oh yeah, that was a lie. Kyler hasn't even done anything. So by hook or crook, who's the better QB?
It's still Kyler Murray, Rudy.
Winning wise, it's Daniel Jones.
Okay, but Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl. But is Joe Flacco better than Kaepernick? No.
Whoa. Really?
Prime Kaepernick against prime Flacco? I'm taking.
Was it prime Kaepernick like 3 seasons? 4 seasons, maybe?
He also got to the Super Bowl, and if it wasn't for that stupid no call and the lights turning off in the Super Bowl, some weird thing happened. 49ers probably win. But anyway, Rudy, I'm telling you, Kyler's better, but I expect I think Daniel Jones is gonna have a good year, man. I'm telling I really think it's coming. Now, obviously, people are gonna send me pictures when he does terribly, of course. Which is very could be likely to happen, but comeback player of the year. Just put a few dollars down. Rudy, if it happens,
$10.
You got to replay this clip.
I will. $10. I'll put $10 down on Daniel Jones to be comeback player of the year. I'll put $20 for him to be an MVP.
Meanwhile, week 5, he has 2 touchdowns and 10 picks.
Oh God. Then I'll be asking you for my money back, Joe, because you said he was.
Rudy, are they better than the Titans?
Yeah.
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
They got a shot in that division. The Texans obviously are the cream of the crop. And who's the other team? Or
that's it.
Is that? Oh, yeah, that's it. So they're better. They're going to come in probably second.
We'll see. We got our football coverage coming here pretty soon here.
I do like Jacksonville though. I think they can have a good year.
We got our football coverage here pretty soon. Our NFL football preview show we'll be doing later on in the summer. Be sure to join us here. Be sure to go to our YouTube page or Sweep the League TV. Hit that subscribe button for Coach Gio, for Derek Irvin, Rudy Campos Jr. Be sure to check out Grading the Market as well as Pleading the Sixth. It's going to be recorded tomorrow, pre-recorded tomorrow. It's going to be Seth, myself, and Jeff Garcia. Pre-recorded show tomorrow, so don't forget. Join everything we do here on the Sweep the League Network. Go to YouTube, search Sweep the League TV. Hit that subscribe button today. So for Coach Gio, for Derek Irvin, for everybody involved to Sweep the League, till we sweep the league again, we'll see you later, knuckleheads. Are you looking for a contracting company that gets the job done right the first time? Look no further than MCS General Contracting. MCS specializes in top quality concrete work, including patios, driveways, foundations, and swimming pools. The team of experts are dedicated to delivering exceptional results and unparalleled customer satisfaction. At MCS General Contracting, they're not just hardworking, they're local. Based in San Antonio, they are committed to building relationships and trust within the community. That's why MCS guarantees your satisfaction. They pride themselves on getting the job done right the first time, every time. So why wait? Contract MCS General Contracting today to schedule your project and experience the difference for yourself. MCS General Contracting. Building a better San Antonio, one project at a time. Proud sponsors of Sweep the League.